Hi, my name is Alex and welcome to the Crochet Circle.
Hi and welcome to this two-part video tutorial on how to make a gingerbread house like this. Now in the first part I already showed you how to make the base of the house and the door. In this second part I'm gonna show you how to make the heart, how to make the small circles and how to join everything together. I hope you're gonna enjoy my video tutorial. If you have any questions, don't forget to ask. I will try to answer it as soon as possible. And yeah, another Christmas ornament for your Christmas tree, a gingerbread house. I think we can begin putting it together. Now I laid out all the parts that I need, almost all the parts, because I'm just gonna show you how to make perhaps little circles to decorate the house, and I'm gonna be using also some white yarn to make a round window, and I'm gonna be using some red yarn to make a really small heart. So first for the window, or it can be just like a snowflake or something like that. That's why it's not gonna be, it's just gonna be one row. I'm gonna do a magic ring, so that means yarn twice around my thumb. I'm going in with my crochet hook, chain 1, and now I'm gonna do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna pull the magic ring tight, and the next row is gonna be going from 6 to 12. So in each of the 6 stitches I'm gonna do an increase. An increase is just 2 single crochets in the same stitch, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. I'm gonna cut the yarn and leave just a bit of a tail to sew the window onto the base. Of course, I'm gonna do an invisible join. I'm not going into the first stitch, I'm gonna go into the second stitch and overlap the first stitch. And that's it. Now that's a round window done, and I am gonna put some with some brown color yarn over to make a cross like bars. Okay, so that's it. That's the door that I already showed you how to make the how to make them. Now for the heart. Now don't forget, this heart is also one of my tutorials that I already showed you how to make. One row is all you need. So I'm gonna start again. The heart is starting again with a magic ring, yarn twice around my thumb. Let's focus a bit again. So I'm going in, grabbing the yarn and doing chain 3. So that's 1, 2 and 3. After that I'm gonna do triple, treble, whatever you want to call it, 3 of those crochets. So 3 triple or 3 treble crochets. That means yarn twice around my crochet hook into the magic ring, pulling it through 2, pulling it through 2, pulling it through 2, and this is gonna be the last one. And there goes my red yarn. Now that I have 3 treble crochet stitches, I'm gonna do 3 double crochet stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and now on the other side 3 double crochet stitches, so that's a 1, 2, 3, and now I have to do 3 triple crochet stitches or 3 treble crochet stitches, so that's 1. Yarn goes twice around the crochet hook, so that's 2 and number 3. Now chain 3 and join into the magic ring with the slip stitch. I'm gonna do a chain 1. I'm gonna leave a bit of a tail because I'm gonna sew this heart on the back of the house. Actually, I'm gonna put it on top of the roof, and that's it. Now that is the heart done. Pulling the magic ring really tight together, and I'm just gonna begin with this. First things first, so first I'm gonna decorate the house. So on the roof I'm gonna attach my heart. Now you can decorate it whatever way you want. I'm gonna first go and make this. Gonna decorate the roof with the heart. Then I'm gonna sew onto the base of the house the window and the door. Then I'm gonna go with some white yarn a bit around, just because I want it to be a bit snowy, and perhaps make some French knots or something like that, just to make it a bit yeah, snowed in. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just sewing the heart on the roof. I'm just going in and out. Now that's the good thing why I use the red yarn, so you can actually not see how it's sewn on. And the back side of it, not to worry, it's gonna be hidden between the 2 layers of the houses. I'm gonna cut this yarn and hide it into the heart. And that's it. What I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna make a knot now here. Again, this is the back side, it's not gonna be shown anywhere. Now this is the roof. Now I'm gonna go into the base of the house where I'm gonna put the window on. That's with the white. The question is, yeah, I'm gonna put 1 window on. So I just have to attach it. Now if you want to put 2 windows, if your base is a bit larger, meaning that you have a bit larger canvas that you can play on with putting on all the decorative stuff, you can have more windows. You can actually even have it without windows. You can have hearts, you can have squares, you can have just the embroidery, you can have seed beads, you can have sequences, you can You can even just glue everything on, but I do like to sew things on. So now this is almost gonna be done. Again, forgot to clip away the starting tail. That's the window done. I'm gonna go into the back and just make a knot to secure it in place. And now for the door, I have my brown here, chocolatey brown. I know that the gingerbread house should be a bit more darker, but unfortunately I don't have in my yarn stash all the 34 shades of brown, so that's why I'm just taking this one. Now I have to attach the door, so I'm just holding it in place. You can also pin it down and then sew it on, but I'm just gonna be doing it like this, so I'm pinching it together and just hoping nothing will move, but even if it moves, it's a nice it doesn't require straight edges, to be honest. I mean, it does require straight edges, but if it's gonna be a bit rounder, nothing to it. Okay, so the door is done. I'm gonna just leave this tail here. Now I'm gonna go back to white. Actually, I'm gonna go to light brown because I want to have over the windows the bars. I don't like to call them the bars, but I hope you will soon see what I mean. And I want to make a doorknob on with this light brown color. So I already made a knot, so I'm gonna go into the back side. I'm gonna go into the middle of the window and just go on top, on the bottom, and now left and right. Now I want to move my yarn to the door, so I'm just gonna be scraping a bit and moving my yarn to the other side. Now I want the doorknob to be on this side, so I try to position it. That's too close. I'm going back. Going one more further, and I'm gonna do this for a doorknob. Okay, so what else does my gingerbread house need? It needs a lot of white. So I'm gonna grab my white yarn again. I think I'm done with this light brown, so I'm gonna do a knot, but I'm gonna leave the tail. And I don't have enough of the white. Actually, no, I don't. So I'm grabbing a bit more white yarn. Now you can make French knots, you can make stars, you can make just the edge a bit white. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be going with the white yarn just a bit over on the top of the door. Now I am gonna try to keep my stitches on the equal distance. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't work, but let's try my best. And one more here. Now that's the white done. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do few red French knots on top because I want it to look like it's like the Christmas lights. I need to find the red yarn now. And here's my red yarn. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna cut it off a bit. I'm gonna leave the white. I will probably still need it to do something with it. So now I'm gonna go in with my red. A knot. I know it's a mess at the back here. Actually, I can cut this off because this one is too short for anything. And now I'm here with the red one. I said I want to make few French knots on top of the door just to kind of make it as there would be Christmas lights. Actually, I'm gonna do 2 red ones and 1 green. As you can see, I'm a bit clumsy when it comes to embroidery. Now I'm gonna secure this French knot properly. Okay. This one's gonna be green, and here probably also one green. I'm gonna do one. No, I'm not gonna do anything. So I'm gonna switch from red to green now. And the good thing is I still have some leftovers here. Actually, this one is much brighter, so I'm gonna use this one. If I'm gonna find the end tail. I really don't need much because it's just gonna be one knot there. So I'm gonna go in between those two red French knots. And hope it will work. I'm just gonna secure it in place from the other side as well. So that's it for the bottom part. I think I need something more on the top. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna grab some white yarn and I'm gonna do two small circles. Two small circles are gonna be just one row of single crochets in the magic ring. So magic ring, chain 1 and 6 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna cut the yarn a bit more because I need to sew it on. I'm gonna pull the yarn through, close up the magic ring, and now I have to do the invisible join. Now you can make as many or as little as you want. I'm just kind of doing it as I go, as you can see. So that is one done. I can cut this off because it's the starting tail, and I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna be sewing them on. So magic ring, go in with the crochet hook, chain 1 and 6 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a bit of a tail to sew it on, pulling it through and closing up the magic ring. I still need to then finish it off when I'm gonna have my needle ready. Okay, so that's my little dot here, and I'm gonna put it on top of the house, on the roof. Again, I just need to secure it in place. As I said, you can glue it on, you can decorate it, you can leave the house just as it was. It's up to you, but what I'm actually... It's not my favorite thing to sew on things, but it has to be done, unfortunately, because it does look good. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a knot here at the back, of course. And that's one done. I know I have a lot of loose ends, but bear with me, they're all gonna be hidden inside. Okay, now with the second circle, first I have to do the invisible join. And now place it kind of on the same spot on the other side of the heart. Again, I'm pinching it together so it doesn't move when I'm sewing it. You can pin it down and then it won't move either. And I'm just hoping I won't stab myself with a needle into my fingers. Okay, so that's that done. I'm gonna grab the red yarn now, again. And I'm gonna do a French knot in the middle of each circle. So I'm going into one. Now I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 times around. And it didn't work because I didn't... you shouldn't go in and out of the same... into the same... yeah, in between two stitches. So this one now should work. Nope. You're not gonna see that. Actually, you are gonna see that. Okay, 1, 2, 3 times. Now I'm just gonna secure it with one more stitch. Okay, now to the other one. I'm just going to the other side, into the middle. One, two, three. I think I've done 4 on that one. So 4. No, that's 5. One less. Again. 1, 2, 3. I'm losing it. hope it should be. Nope, it's not. And I made a huge knot. And let's do it again. I used to know these kind of stitches, to be honest. Used to. Guess it's gonna be time for me to do some more embroidery. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna secure it now. It's there, so hopefully it will last. And I want to do two kind of loops on the bottom of the heart. And I don't think I'm gonna have enough yarn, but I am gonna try doing it. No, it's not gonna be enough yarn. Scrape this. Cutting it and grabbing just a little bit more. So I wanna come out at the bottom of my heart that I've put on. And now I'm gonna do one of these stitches on the left side. And one of these stitches on the right side. And I'm gonna make a French knot on top of the heart, and then it's gonna be done with the red and the white and the rest of them. So at the top, a French knot again. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3 times around. Pulling it nicely, but not too tight. Now I'm just gonna secure it. And that's it. So this is gonna be, actually I can make two. I'm gonna make two more white of them. So cutting this, grabbing the yarn one, and on top of the white circles I'm gonna make a white French knot. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, going in, and pulled too much. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, going in, and now trying to secure it. Okay, that's the top of the house, the bottom of the house, and the back side of the house. Time to sew it together. How I'm gonna be sewing it together? I'm gonna be sewing it together with a white yarn. Actually, before I do that, I need to sew together the bottom, the bases of the house. So I'm gonna cut all the loose ends. Front side, back to back. Now here on top I'm gonna join it together with the brown, and on the bottom 3 parts I'm gonna join it with white, because the top part is gonna be hidden in under the roof anyways, so this is just to have it in place. That's why I'm just using the end tails, as you can see, to secure it tight. And the other one. Now if you don't have the end tails, just grab whatever scrap yarn you have, because as I already said, up here on top you're actually not gonna see what's underneath the roof. Now this is just so it's holding together. And you can make a knot here as well. Okay, so that's the top part joined together. Now the sides and the bottom I'm gonna join with a white. I'm gonna take a bit longer one because I will need a bit more. Now I'm not gonna be going, I'm gonna be kind of looping over and making a nice white edge. So I'm gonna go up into the corner. You see I'm doing them kind of diagonally, but at the end you're gonna see a nice white edge that it's gonna be from both sides the same. I'm leaving the door. Actually, I should be sewing the door as well in with the white. So let's undo a stitch and let's do it again. I'm grabbing all 3 layers, so the door and the 2 layers of the house. And one more in the corner. And now continue with joining just the 2 parts of the house together. Okay, the bottom part of the gingerbread house is done. I'm gonna just make a knot here on top, hopefully. Okay. This is all gonna be hidden into the roof, not to worry. Now, here I still have the roof, and this is gonna be on top of the house, like this. I'm thinking of making a white edge on the bottom, but I'm gonna do that later when I'm gonna be sewing it together. So I don't need this, I don't need this. I have the white yarn here. I'm gonna cut these 2 ends off as well, because I'm gonna be joining it with this extra one. Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna start in one corner, I'm gonna go around to the other corner, then I'm gonna slip my house under the roof. So I'm gonna start in this corner, for example. Of course, I'm gonna put the knot into the work so that it won't move. I'm currently sewing it together the opposite way as I've done it before, but never mind, I still get the same nice edge. No, I don't know how to change it the other way, to be honest. So I'm just gonna be doing it like this. So basically it's just a one stitch into another stitch. Okay, so now that I've come around, it's time for my house to be inserted into the roof. Like this. And now I have to sew it, but I'm gonna be using a few pins. Because now I'm gonna be going through all 4 layers. So I'm gonna go in with the stitch and hopefully I'm gonna come out on the other side in a stitch. In a stitch and in a stitch. that's it. And I'm done. And a good thing I've done a two-part video series about it, because this one is again an hour long, so I'm just working in the end tail. And then I can cut the yarn. Done. So this is now the gingerbread house Christmas ornament done. In the first part I showed you how to make the base, so how I made the house, how I made the roof, and how I made the door. Now in the second one I showed you how to make the heart and the window and the small circles. You accompanied me on the journey of sewing everything together. I am really satisfied with the outcome. I hope you're gonna be making one for yourself as well. Don't forget all the patterns, all the tutorials that you will need. Everything is explained down in the description below. And I'm just gonna do it like this. All I need is something to hang it on, and that's gonna be it. So until the next time, I'm gonna say happy crafting!